Hello, sports fans. Hey, welcome to the Scout Sports 101 Thursday Night Football Week 1 post-game show. Uh, Detroit Lions beat and stunned the Kansas City Chiefs with a sloppy 21-20 upset win tonight at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Jared Goff threw for 253 yards and a touchdown. New Lions running back uh, David Montgomery ran for the go-ahead score with 5:05 remaining in the game, and Detroit held on for a sloppy 21-20 victory over the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs and the NFL season opener Thursday night. Uh, um, and uh, Armand Armand St. Brown had 6 catches for 71 yards and a score, and the Lions rookie Brian Branch returned Patrick Mahomes' first pick in the opener, 50 yards for another touchdown, helping Detroit snap the Chiefs' 8-game Week 1 winning streak. And boy, this is an upset win even though it was a sloppy win for the Lions, it's an upset win for the Lions tonight. Um, and uh, and The Lions were trying to run out the clock when Goff had a fourth down pass, near midfield, batted down with 2:30 left, giving the Chiefs a chance, but they made a mess of uh, Kadarius Toney's dropped a potential 20-yard gain. A deep completion was called back for holding. Sky Moore dropped a pass, and a false start left Mahomes heaving a 4th and 25 throw downfield. When it fell incomplete and Detroit took over, Montgomery ran for a first down that allowed the Lions to run out the clock. Mahomes finished with 226 yards passing and 2 touchdowns despite his receivers dropping a slew of passes. He also was the leading rusher for the Chiefs, whose self-inflicted wounds proved too much to overcome. They had been equal parts of anticipation and anxiety leading up to the game in Kansas City, where the Chiefs celebrated their previous Lombardi Trophy in the midst of a pandemic, and only about 18,000 fans were able to join the rivalry. Hundreds began tailgating outside Arrowhead Stadium parking lot Thursday, waiting for the gates to open 14 hours prior to kickoff. An NFL Commissioner, Roger Goodell, joined several celebrities to see the Chiefs raise a championship banner. That was the anticipation, the anxiety from the absence of the Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce and fellow All-Pro Chris Jones, who was in the midst of a contract holdout. The defensive tackle was expected to miss the opener, but Kelce had only been questionable since Tuesday when he hyperextended his knee in the final practice before the game day. So he was not good to go tonight, as I indicated in the pregame show by mistake. I do apologize for that. Detroit scored first in a showdown of 2 of the league's top offenses a year ago. Goff took advantage of a clean pocket thanks to, in part, of Jones sitting in a stadium suite to march down the field and find St. Brown with a 9-yard pass. The Chiefs answered with Mahomes finding 5 different wide receivers, the last of them rookie Rashee Rice, who attempted for a earlier drop by snaring a short touchdown pass to knot the game at 7 apiece. It remained that way until Detroit head coach Dan Campbell made a questionable decision late in the half. The Chiefs were facing a 4th and 2 near midfield and had been called for a holding to push them back. Mahomes responded to 3rd and 17 by hitting Marquise Valdez Scantling with a 24-yard strike. He added a 26-yard pass to Justin Watson, then hit Blake Bell with a short TD throw to give the Chiefs a 14-7 lead at halftime. Excuse me. With the Lions' offense going nowhere, the defense stepped up. Branch caught a pass that bounced off Tony's hands, and he had several drops in the game and found nothing but a 50-yard grass separating him from the end zone, and 14 and a 14-all tie. Up to that point, Mahomes had thrown 20 touchdown passes and no interceptions in 5+ season openers. The Chiefs tacked on 2 field goals, but the missed chances to get into the end zone proved costly. Lions followed up Harrison Butker's second field goal by driving 75 yards, twice convincing on the 3rd down, with Montgomery capping the march with a 9-yard touchdown to give Detroit the lead for good. And the Lions, Marvin Jones fumbled away a good scoring chance in the second quarter when Trent McDuffie knocked the ball out deep in Kansas City territory. It was the veteran wide receiver's first fumble in his 12-year career, and it came on his 563rd touch, the longest active streak in the NFL. Kelce had a bone brace and some swelling in his knee that, though tests taken after the injury in practice, showed no ligament damage, and he went through an early Thursday to see whether he could move well enough to play. But Chiefs coach Andy Reid and trainer Rick Burkholder decided to give Kelce time to recover, with the next game 10 days away. Injuries for the Lions. Branch, the first player with a pick in his Lions debut since his 1967, departed with cramps on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Defensive tackle Leah Zurich limped off with trainers about 12 minutes left in the game, and the Lions play their home opener up next to the Lions for the home opener on the 17th next week against Seattle. The Chiefs visit Jacksonville on September 17th next week for a divisional playoff rematch. So, and I gotta tell you, this was a kind of a sloppy game for the Lions, who got the win, but Detroit had injuries that were really costed. That was really costing. Detroit was able to run out that clock in the 4th quarter, and I really got to tell you, this really would cost Detroit an opening day victory and snap their Kansas City's opening day streak in an 8-year week 1 opening day streak. And I am going to give you my Thursday night football players of the game. Hold on just a minute. There. I'm going to give you my players of the game. One of them being Jared Goff, 22 of 35, 253 yards, 1 touchdown. David Montgomery, uh, 21 attempts, 74 yards, 1 touchdown. And Armand St. Brown, receptions, 71 yards, 1 touchdown. But this was one of those games that went either way, and, and it just even though it was a sloppy win, Detroit gets their first opening day win in a long time. So I got to give Detroit credit to where credit is due, and it's the Detroit Lions. Hopefully, Kansas City can bounce back against the Jets next week. And I'll give you the rest of my picks on Sunday. I lost with Kansas City losing 21-20. I lost the opening day picks, so we'll see how I do with the rest of them on Sunday. Well, that is. I know I mentioned back during my pregame show. I'm going to mention it one more time. This is my last podcast here in this house at 1711 Renford Road because my mom and I are officially moving into an apartment at Cherry Park Apartments officially tomorrow. So on Sunday, you will be seeing me. I will have be on a brand new set in my studio bedroom and at my apartment at Cherry Park Apartments. So, and I know I told you I was going to have Matt Murphy on at his house, the Murphy house, but he is not able to do it because he has some stuff going on in the morning. So I will I will be back with that podcast, my Scott Sports 101 NFL Week 1 Early Games podcast, Browns Early Game podcast before the game gets underway. And I will do that in the morning before I go to my really good friend Matt Murphy's house to watch the game. So I'll be back with that on Sunday. And that's just about going to wrap it up for this Thursday night football week 1, Scott Sports 101 Thursday night football week 1 post-game show. And this is my final podcast here at Renford Road in Studio B, my TV room. So until then, until Sunday when I do my Browns early games pregame show. Until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. And for the last time from Studio B, see me on my new set on Sunday. For the last time, I say 3, 2, 1. I'm done.